All right, the Patriots host the Browns on Sunday, but earlier this week, our Adan Schefter expressed the opinion that Tom Brady's future in New England could be in doubt. Here's what he said about Brady's options on Get Up yesterday.
I would just say, look, there are three options, right? He's either staying in New England, he's retiring, or he's going to go play somewhere else. I would think of those three, that staying in New England to me would seem like the least likely option of the three, but we'll see.
The least likely option of the three. I
think he could go any which way. I think all three are in play. But I think it'd be more likely that he would retire or even perhaps move on than it would be to stay in New England. We'll see.
Stephen A., where do you think he's going to be next season?
If I had to guess, I would tell you, I can't imagine Tom Brady leaving. I think my mentality has always been he'd retire. But if we're going to entertain the possibility of him going elsewhere, I think people are missing something here. And somebody tipped me off to this the other day. This is not me. This is the brilliance of somebody else that brought this to my attention. The Tennessee Titans. Why would I say that? Who's Tom Brady known to be close to?
Vrabel?
Mike Vrabel, the head coach of the Tennessee Titans. They played together for 7 or 8 years in New England. They went to 4 Super Bowls together. They won 3 titles together. And oh, by the way, each of the years that they won those titles, if I remember correctly, of the 8 years or so that Vrabel was in New England, about 6 of those times they were a top 10 defense. About 4 of those times they were a top 5 defense. Okay? So when I'm looking at it, one could legitimately make the argument that Tom Brady has 3 of the rings that he has, in large part because of what they were doing on the defensive side of the ball. And we all know that Vrabel played a role in that as well. According to reports, they're still close. They still communicate. And what's the problem with the Tennessee Titans as we look at them right now? I got news for you. It's not their defense. Their defense is the 4th-ranked defense in the National Football League. Do you know that not one single game this year, not one single game, they're 3-4. And in all 7 games this year, they have not surrendered more than 20 points. Not once. Their problem is offensively. Why? They're 27th in total in points scored, 26th in yards accumulated, 27th in their passing attack, 19th in their running attack. They don't have much of an offense because of Marcus Mariota and now Ryan Tannehill. You supposed to bet your money on that? So if I'm Vrabel, and you talking about not having faith in Tom Brady and bringing him to an environment where he'll be revered the way somebody like him should be revered and appreciated, because you do get to a point in time in your career when you are a high-end producer, when you are looking for that appreciation, to go to some place where you're playing for your boy, who, by the way, you are an Tom Brady could be 50 years old and he'd be an upgrade from Marcus Mariota and Ryan Tannehill. And if I got a defense that's top 5, excuse me, the possibilities could be endless. So I'm going to sit up there and say, I don't know if something like that would happen, because I have to believe he'd probably retire first, and I don't believe that Mr. Kraft would lose him in New England. But if he were to end up going somewhere else, the team that comes to my mind is the Tennessee Titans.
First, I want to start with what Adan Schefter said. And we need something like Woj bombs for Schefter, right? A Schefter shot or something like that, because that's a huge thing for him to say, and Adam gets very good information. And so sometimes you'll say something about the NBA, what you think, and I'll tell everyone, read between the lines. Stephen A's hearing from a lot of people. This is not just pure conjecture. This is an informed kind of sense. Schefter said the least likely scenario of the 3 he laid out: 1, going to another team; 2, retiring; 3, staying with the Patriots, is the Patriots. That means 2 things. 1, that staying with the Patriots is an option that's less likely than the combination of either the chance that he goes to another team or retires. But it also means if you put those 3 things in order, the least likely is he stays with the Patriots. That means that the most likely is either retirement or going to another team. But at any rate, going to another team, according to Adan Schefter, is more likely than Tom Brady staying with the Patriots. It's like a huge thing to say. So I think it's fair for us to speculate what team would that be. And Stephen A., I've been racking my brains. I can't figure it out. But I have 2 suggestions that, look, you say Tennessee. Why, really? They spent the 2nd pick on Mariota. It's enough already, right? They see. If you have a chance to grab Tom Brady, even for a year or 2, do it. Because Belichick wanted to move on from Brady to Garoppolo. right? You went to 3 straight Super Bowls and won 2. Even if I believe long-term that would have been the right decision, who says Garoppolo ever wins 2 Super Bowls? That would be an amazing career. So Brady right now has value the way Elway plucked Peyton Manning at the very end and got a Super Bowl out of it, right? Even when Peyton wasn't even good anymore. So the question is, when you look at the landscape, what team is ready to win or almost ready to win, but really needs a quarterback? It's hard to see an obvious choice because, Stephen A., you mentioned it's either they have young up-and-coming quarterbacks or established guys. But how are these 2 teams? 1, Chicago Bears. That's a team with tradition, only 1 Super Bowl. They've always been missing a quarterback. They have an offensive-minded head coach and a vicious defense. And the other, which someone suggested to me, and I was like, whoa, the Oakland, soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders with John Gruden, who Derek Carr has been playing well. But you have to ask yourself, is he the long-term solution? And do you think you can win a Super Bowl with him in the next 2 years? I think that's more of an outside possibility. But when I survey the landscape and I think what team makes the most sense, do you believe in Trubisky or not? I do not. If I were the Bears and I thought I was ready to win now, I grab Brady for a season at the end of his career.
I've heard people throw out the Bills, too.
But I
recently.
think
that was another team that was
going
mentioned.
to Chicago or going to Oakland, right? Why are you going there? You're going there because you want to still play and you want to win. Guess what? You can stay in New England and do that because it's not like you're getting kicked out the door. The issue for Tom Brady is appreciation. And if it's appreciation outside of New England, who's going to do it more than Vrabel?
Well, okay. Chicago, we've said, Walter Payton's more popular than Michael Jordan, according to our guest Jeff Garland yesterday, right? Like, they revere...
I was sleepy. I didn't hear that point.
They revere the Bears out of proportion in Chicago. They've won 1 championship. If Tom Brady brought a championship to Chicago... Are you kidding?
I don't think he cares.
Well, we know he's been looking for houses elsewhere. I mean, that's the rumor on the street. I don't know if that means anything.
The whole question is it Brady or Belichick? Brady has now kneecapped Belichick because Stidham is their backup quarterback who may one day be ready, but it ain't now. Whereas he had Garoppolo, who was 2-0, right? And now Garoppolo's 7-0 in San Francisco. If he's 7-0 with Kyle Shanahan after 7 games, he might be 9-0 after 7 games with Bill Belichick, right? But he's gone. So the cupboard is bare at backup quarterback, and Belichick will be forced to tread water while he's figuring that out. Meantime, Brady now has the chance to go to a ready-made situation and be a hero there. Montana did it with the Chiefs, got him to the AFC Championship game. If Brady were to win a Super Bowl in Chicago, could you imagine?
Whatever. I don't feel that way. And not only that, Nashville, Tennessee, no state income taxes. Let's keep that in mind. Money goes a long way. Not that that's...
I don't know what to say. I don't know. Coming up on First Take, has the championship window closed as the Chase Center opens up? Don't go anywhere. We got a lot more debate coming your way.